I have a unique job. I make my living using other people's minds. I'm a professional hypnotist. Half the time, I'm buzzing around the country entertaining thousands of college students. But the other half, I'm just your average guy. Either way, my life is never dull. The one constant is that people just don't understand what I do. Welcome to my hypnotic world. I'm Paul Ramsay, and I got fat.
It's a good night to play mind games. Are you ready? All right, what's up? How you doing? You feel good? You look good. My name's Paul Ramsay. I'm a professional hypnotist. This is my full-time job. How many of you have never ever seen live stage hypnotism before at all? Shut your mouth. What you're gonna see here tonight is completely real. This is not a magic show. This is not an illusion. This is not a con. I'm going to use a set of skills and techniques that I've been trained in that actually help people shift their brain waves to a different pattern of brain activity. Every fall is the busiest time of year for me because I mostly perform for colleges, and colleges love to have hypnotists the opening week of school when school opens up again. So every fall I go on what I call the back to school tour. You, my friends, are my 13th show in the past 14 days. 14th show in 15 days. And I pretty much tour for 3 weeks straight, every day, just getting up, getting on an airplane, and flying to someplace new. It is exhausting, but it is incredibly fun, and it's just a blast. I want to take all of you on tour with me this year. That's the idea. I want to take you with me, and I want to hit all of these college campuses that I'm hitting with you right by my side, and I want you to see what it's like to tour the nation as an entertainer. So I got to get ready to go on tour. And one important thing about that for me is getting physically stronger. When I'm on stage, sometimes I have to literally catch people or I have to move people around. And so there is some level of physical exertion. But the bigger thing is just that when you're traveling, it really takes a toll on you. You're changing your sleep schedule. You can't have the same food options when you're traveling as when you're home. And so what I've learned is you have to find a way to get yourself into better shape when you go on tour. And so for me, that means getting more serious about my gym workouts. This time of year, when I'm getting ready for my back to school tour, that definitely means getting a more serious approach to kettlebell class.
Well, Seacoast Kettlebell is what we call functional fitness. So it's all over full body training, just helps you become a lot stronger in your everyday life. So we build strength, flexibility, and cardio. Paul was one of those people that came in and, you know, he's in pretty good shape, strong guy, but he really wanted to work on his cardio and just get a lot, toner. He wanted to, get fit. He wanted to get strong, and he's done that. So we kick his ass every time he comes in the door.
They've got exercises here that at first you really honestly were like, there's no way I can do that. And then you get to a point where you can. And I think it's more rewarding than any kind of exercise I've ever done before. It's just really, really rewarding.
We had a fitness test that day. Some of the things on that test went like I thought they should for me. Others were completely not where I thought I should be performing at.
That's probably the hardest thing about being on the road is you're in hotels, and hotels don't obviously have all this equipment and stuff, so you either end up just trying to run on a treadmill, or maybe they've got a machine and you're doing some kind of a machine or something. But getting ready to go on tour, I just don't want to get sick. So
the biggest thing was the weigh-in. I hadn't weighed myself literally in months. And I knew that because I had been slacking off, I knew I had put on some weight. It was very clear to me. But when I weighed in, I weighed 280.8 pounds. She said the number, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, it was just ridiculous. Like, I was like, how did you let it get that bad? How did you let yourself?
It's just a reality check, you know, and a reminder that I need to get my shit together. That's all. I mean, it happens.
When that number came up, the first thing I wanted to do was like crawl into a hole. But my kind of personal rule for myself is that anytime in life something like that happens, you get to have 5 minutes to be miserable about it, and then you have to make a choice to say, my 5 minutes are done, let's work, let's get to work. And so the first obvious thing is, okay, no more 1 or 2 a week workouts. You need to get back to 3 or 4 days a week. The other component though was I thought, you know what? It can't just be about tuning up the body, we need to tune up the mind as well. And so I thought, okay, we need to go in and do some hypnosis. And for me, I decided to go see Ed Lane. I am heading to see my friend Ed Lane, who is a practicing hypnotist. He's going to help me get this weight thing under control before we go on tour. Let's go see what happens. Hey, Ed.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
I'm well. Thanks so much for seeing me today. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Good to see you again.
Good to be here. So,
you ready to change your life?
I'm ready, man. Let's do this.
Well, let's go rock and roll.
All right, awesome.
We're going to go right in here. You'll see a black recliner in the corner. Have a seat.
Ed is a full-time practicing hypnotist. He and I, we go back. And I know he's passionate about what he does and that he's got a lot of experience. Ed knows how to use hypnosis for a variety of different things, but one of those core things is weight loss.
So, Paul, you're here to get some help in losing some weight.
Yes. I think my immediate goal is to drop 20 pounds. Long-term goal, I really need to drop more towards 60 pounds.
Okay. You know you way better than I know you. What do we need to do? What specific actions do you need to take?
Probably it's a certain level, Ed, of changing desire around certain types of food, getting away from sugary foods and carbs.
So what we're going to help you to do today is understand that food is fuel for your body, nothing more, nothing less. Food is not love, food is not a hobby, food is not something that we do when there's nothing else to do. Okay. So we're going to get you into a nice deep state of hypnosis. Now, I know you have extensive experience with hypnosis, but I need to know that you're at the right level of hypnosis to be successul today.
Yeah.
But I want to get you into a nice relaxed state where you're open and receptive to my suggestions. And then we'll get you back out of hypnosis and talk about what transpired.
People often assume that if you're a hypnotist, you just don't need help with things. Well, you know all this stuff, so you must be able to just fix it all yourself. And it's like, well, yeah, I can do self-hypnosis for some of my issues if I want to. I use self-hypnosis to help myself sleep better. If I'm having a night where I'm having a hard time falling asleep, I use it to de-stress. I use it to get more focused. I do use self-hypnosis in a lot of things. But sometimes I think you have to look at the issues in your life and say, okay, I clearly haven't gotten the result that I've been intending to get here. I need to bring in help. We all need help sometimes.
Your inner mind focuses more powerfully on the sound of my voice. You don't even have to try. You don't have to do anything, Paul. So just relax and let your inner mind absorb these powerful words like a sponge absorbing water. So from this moment, before you eat or drink anything, you stop. You stop and let that little voice inside ask you, will consuming this help me reach my goal? And when the answer is no, it's no.
He took my history, and then he talked about what I wanted to achieve. He helped me identify my trouble areas in terms of what foods I have. That I really felt by the end of my session with him that he had helped me address that. And I think that was really key. I think that was really crucial.
Hello there.
Hi, Ed.
I think you may have enjoyed that.
That was quite nice.
Now, let me ask you, how long do you think you were actually in hypnosis?
Oh, God.
Just a quick guess.
It was a long time, but I couldn't tell you how long at all.
Do you have any questions?
No.
You gonna go out there and kick some butt?
Yeah. Yeah, this was
Okay.
great.
Make
Thank
good
you so
choices.
much.
Get back to the gym 3-4 times a week. Drink
Yeah.
plenty of water, delicious water,
Yeah.
and allow that to become your beverage of choice. And know that every sip of water is actually washing away fat.
I think the biggest thing when I left Ed's office was I felt really focused, and I felt like I was taking steps to create the change that I needed.
You're not as flashy as the other guys.
I had a conversation with my agent the other day. He goes, one thing I would do, he goes, you need to change your look. I made an appointment with a fashion consultant.
The pleats add a detail, so it will bring someone's eye like kind of in this area.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Now if I just wouldn't be such a fat ass all the time.